Betty Mali, Sazo Figa Gada, Baby Unga Habi.
It's another week of football talk, I guess. We welcome you guys. Yeah, we welcome you guys back to another week, another episode, another part of Nothing But Football podcast where we talk about football, nothing else. Nothing is a really, an elastic term in the sense because it could be something. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for joining us.
It could be
again.
beauty tips.
It could be.
Sorry, what you guys say? Could be what? Nothing means nothing.
No, okay, fair point.
Like, when your girlfriend says, you ask, what's the problem? Nothing. That's what nothing means.
That's what that nothing means. All right, fair point. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to see more episodes of Nothing But Football. But I thought let me start by introducing the hosts. Close right, I've got Uncle Lukusa. Kingdom.
When I say speaking Ricky, you say, ooh wee.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good.
Had a good weekend?
Proper.
That's the one, man. That's the one. Then my further right, Uncle Curtis. How are you doing, there, brother?
I'm beefing with you, Potion.
Why so? How
You're
so?
supposed to always introduce me first. I thought we discussed this in the post-scene credits. We spoke about this last week. I said, screw King Don Father.
Yes.
It's Chris is the most important person in this room.
Nah, I hear you, brother.
I hear you, but I'm just playing with my boys. I'm good, dog.
Yeah, man.
I'm living life, loving it. How are you, dog?
Man, can't complain.
Were you out in LA this weekend, dog? Is this why you got an LA cap?
I guess so. With this heat, you could argue that, man.
Were you with Yeezy in the game before they dropped that fire song towards Pete Davidson saying they'll beat him in the streets?
I did hear that, bro. Kanye West
Check
dropping.
it out.
Kanye West dropping his little
Little jabs,
his
dog.
little think pieces on social media. But actually, I thought let's stick close to home. I figured let's actually discuss something that I've noticed over the past couple of weeks, and I'm sure a lot of you also have noticed. So I thought I'd get some thoughts from you guys. If you guys are on social media, if you follow like Sky Sports, BBC, all those other, news sites, they tend not to feed us any of their content because they say it's licensing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So if you guys have been paying attention to Africa Cup of Nations, they've been some controversial moments. I won't take away from.
It's colonizers busy colonizing.
Yes. So Sky Sports decided they're gonna let us see the content now since they're spreading.
No. Certain content.
Yes. So moments of incompetence, referees, having bad games. But if
People fighting on the pitch like Wayne Rooney didn't punch somebody on the soccer field before.
So they hardly show. There's nothing about score updates and all that stuff. It's just
They don't even show Did you see that beautiful goal from the guy from
Uganda. Yeah, that
was a banger, boy.
That was a beautiful goal. So
I had to go watch that on YouTube.
Yeah, so I thought let me get your thoughts on this. Why are they giving us negative content instead of giving us the whole picture from a British point of view? I won't even say British. I'll even throw in the other one, ESPN.
Dude, it's elitist, especially from the British. You know how long they've been saying Premier League is the best league in the world. Even when La Liga and everything was winning the Champions Leagues and knocking them all out, they were like, inferior competition. Now it's a bunch of black people on the pitch.
Now, I have two things to that now. Three things. With Lucas, it's elitist. Second thing is, I feel like they're trying to make AFCON look like an incompetent competition so they can not release their players for the next AFCON. And the third thing, what did I want to say, man? It's to make their referees look better.
Huh?
Knowing damn well those refs are terrible.
Oh.
They're highlighting the mistakes by African refs. Nah? When we see clear mistakes week in, week out from English refs. And what we first hear, it's a tough job, he might have missed it.
Yeah.
Man, then VAR came along and it's on some now, but these guys, they keep on making excuses for these refs to continue being bad. Remember last week we spoke about Stuart Atwell got relegated to League 2 because he kept on making mistakes, but somehow he's still managing a Premier League game 6 years down the line. Come on, dog. Like, it's very clear what to see. They're just trying to say black and Arab refs. You see what I'm talking about when I talk about Arab guys? Racism will catch you out, dog. You could be busy doing Premier League games if you weren't racist towards your fellow Africans. But because you're racist towards them, they lump you with us now. We would have fought your battles, but I'm not going to fight for Salah Light over there that side now because you're busy putting my people down.
No, fair point. I guess we kind of all have the same sentiments. We've seen this. They're pushing an agenda. I actually never thought of it that way, Uncle Curtis, where they're probably trying to make their refs look better by burning the African refs.
I haven't seen one complaint about an English ref, even though they've been making a mistake week in, week out. In the FA Cup, in the Premier League.
They'll never have the same segment. You know
what made me laugh? It was Pep who said, when he compared the Chelsea win to the Man City win, I haven't verified these quotes, but he said that he was more proud of the Chelsea win because they deserved to win that game as compared to the Arsenal game. We saw what defined the outcome of that game. It was the ref. It was all the ref. And Pep might be trying to get back with the African ancestors by doing good all the time, though. He needs that Champions League.
Birthday cake, nigga.
About the things. Hey, but to get guys to tell you, like, a side note. As Africans, if I'm talking to the African, community right now, these refs are making us look bad. No. I'm just thinking about it from that point of view, as in, like, bruh, this was meant to be like the tournament started off so well, and then the mistakes just started creeping in. I'm just like, when like your uncle or something does something bad in front of people, you'll defend them, but when you get home, you're gonna be like, bruh, what the hell were you doing,
Don't hang out with me and my friends ever again.
I hear you now.
Did you have to do that in front of the white people?
No,
That's basically what it felt like, bro.
It's somebody. I was watching a clip from a CNN on CNN or Sky Sports or something.
CNN, yeah.
Yeah, CNN. And then they asked her, "How do you feel about all these mistakes with these African refs?" And then she's like, "It's no different from Graham Paul giving 3 yellow cards to the same play in the World Cup." Why are we discussing this? It's a non-starter for me.
No shame.
It's a non-starter.
She went in on them.
She's like, it's no different. It was Graham Paul giving 3 yellow cards to the same player. I forgot the other. Like, it's a non-starter for me.
It was the Granada game where she's just like, nah, you guys, you have no right. This happened recently. And you want to talk about bad refereeing. And that guy caught himself mid-interview. I appreciated it from that guy. At least he was like, yo, you know what? You're right. Refs make mistakes all over the world. It is a tough, so he swallowed his words.
Yeah. And it's the thing, man. They're showing us the ref mistakes. They're showing us the brawls after a game, which happens in every football league.
Yes.
They're not showing us any of the goals. All of a sudden on Twitter, geo restriction is not there when there's fights breaking out on the pitch.
I actually need
when an African keeper makes a mistake, geo restrictions are not there.
Yes, I was about to say, because the excuse someone used is that no, they're not allowed to show in-game footage because of licensing issues. But when the keeper made the mistake, all of a sudden just came out, and that was due to that was a bad pitch. He actually kind of tripped on the pitch and fell face first.
I saw his look of anguish when he made that mistake. It was 94th minute equalizer for Sierra Leone against. Shout out to my boy Pepe.
Yeah, no, he did. He did us proud.
Yeah, man of the match, scored a goal.
Yeah, and then I thought I'd actually move back to the Premier League, I guess. There's been news that have developed over the past weekend, of a certain sacking. Ex-Liverpool, ex-Everton man Rafael Benitez has now been given the axe. His time at Everton is done. I think it was after a loss to Norwich. Let me actually verify the scores there.
They lost to Norwich.
Was it 3-2?
That's embarrassing. He lost to Norwich.
I think it was about 3-2.
That's embarrassing, man.
Yes. So I think, if memory serves me correct...
2-1, sorry.
Yeah, 2-1. Yeah. If memory serves me correct, that is Norwich's first win of the season. So, yeah, I wanted to find out from you guys. Do you think this was justified?
For the amount of money he spent, or they've spent, and their league position, it's justified.
All right.
Justified. I have nothing more to say than that. Like, I can't defend Benitez. I can't defend the manager before that. And now they want to go back to Martinez. They need to find a manager with vision, a manager who knows what type of players he wants, and understand it's a 2-3 year project.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the second makes sense. It's a good manager or whatever, but it's not a squad for him. I mean, he tried his best. I mean, he signed wingers and whatever. You know that guy like 4-4-2 and crosses. Football has changed. It is
That too.
It is what it is. Tom Davies wouldn't have been a household name in the early 2000s, but in 2010, when you're just athletes, yeah.
Yes, this is why football sucks.
But he sold Lucas Digne first. That's why, if you're an Everton fan, you're like, this guy left because he hates the manager. The manager gets fired not even 2 weeks.
2 days, 3 days later.
That is actually quite petty.
Yeah.
That's very petty.
But you have to blame management for that. As soon as he says, I want to sell Lucas Digne, he'll be like, nah, they should have chose the player. Because the player has been a loyal servant, not Benitez.
I actually do agree with you there.
I don't.
Why?
That's the whole job of a manager. If you have that as a precedent.
No,
well, if you know you're gonna sack him, that's stupid. But if you don't know you're gonna sack him,
okay, fine.
I'm assuming because of because of results that were coming up, they probably wanted to fire him. So if you want to sell, and I think Luca Digne at some point was club captain, if you want to go and sell him, that's very stupid.
Yeah, it's very stupid.
Yes. So I'd actually throw the board into that. But looking at it, man, shame. I kind of have to sympathize with Benitez because I'm looking here at their signings and the players that they let go of.
Rondon. I went to China and came back.
No, but Rondon, that was kind of a signing. It was a last minute signing.
Sure.
If Calvert-Lewin was still playing and Richarlison was available at the beginning of the season, that signing would not have happened.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah. Damari Gray, that signing actually worked out nicely for them. Andros Townsend also, at the start of the season, he put in some vital goals. But
that was a free, so I can't fight them on that as well.
yes, I look at this. There's no what's his name? There's really no high profile signings. He let go of a lot of guys. You know, Moise Keane was sent back on loan. He's an Everton guy. I'm sure he could have used them this season. Theo Walcott left. Who else? Yeah, James Rodriguez left.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's the board. It's right back down to the board.
Yes, I feel
They sanctioned these signings. They didn't have a clear vision for where the club wants to be. We just signing high profile names to sign high profile. It's like, who cares what Ancelotti wants if he's going to drop you down, if he has the potential to drop you down the line a season later. Because Real Madrid came calling.
Okay. Okay.
Rather go for a manager who's hungry, who says, nah, I want to, because Real Madrid are going to take their time if they're going to take Graham Potter. Rather go for a Graham Potter then, who has a clear identity for what he wants to do. You know, he'll be like, he'll get in there and he'll be like, let me get a couple of these championship players that can pass the ball around and we'll save you a couple of £1 million and then we'll build from there. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
And Shane, I feel, not Ancelotti, Rafa Benitez is a manager who's disrespected from a managerial point of view. I can't remember the last time he was given a proper opportunity besides Newcastle. And when he was at Newcastle, he made, some good leaps and bounds with the team. But he decided to leave because when the money was coming, they decided they didn't want to build They didn't want to build pitches, training grounds. Because he was saying it must start at the youth level. So they opted to sign guys. That's when Saint Maximilian, what's that other guy? The Joe Wellington, all those pop names got signed. I'd even throw in Willock, actually, since, he hasn't been a good signing. But yeah, I do feel for the guy, Shane. I feel like he could have done something, interesting if they'd given him the right resources.
No,
I don't think so.
No.
Disagree?
No.
So I see you guys also some Benitez disrespectors.
No. So for me, I think he was a good manager before Newcastle. At Newcastle, he made a boring team boring, but kept them in the league.
Kept them winning.
some games they were still in the bottom half of the league and things where they were supposed to be. Sharp. I mean, there's not money there. But then the man goes off to China. He checked out already, though.
Yeah, anybody who goes to China, I'm not going to respect.
Okay.
Oscar's still at China, man, eating his check. Stay in China.
All right. That's very interesting. But yeah.
The only successful Chinese signing to come back to the Premier League and do decent performances is that Man United guy, the Nigerian guy.
Igalo.
I can't think of another player who went to China and came back and gave decent performances.
No, they are.
True.
They are.
And he was still a
They are
bench
a
substitute
couple,
5
but
minutes guy.
not in the Premier League. Obviously.
Which guys though?
He scored goals in the cups.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? He
But
gave
he's the
for
closest
the
thing.
club.
Yeah.
He gave decent performances for the club.
I can argue that. But yeah, the man's lost his job. But Everton has
He got a nice severance package though.
Yeah, but Everton obviously have been looking at some names. And Curtis's favorite man, Lampard, seems to be considered. Wayne Rooney's also someone who's been touted to be the next Everton manager because of his ties.
Wait, did you say Wayne Rooney?
Yeah.
God.
He's been considered. And I think they're also trying to lure Mourinho away from Roma. But that should be tough. But I'm assuming the two that I named before, I wouldn't say realistic, but, you know, they're the desired candidates. Candidates that, you know, we'd like to see.
You said Rooney and
Lampard.
Lampard.
Yeah. Any thoughts on those two names? I'll let Uncle Curtis do his research. It looks like he's preparing a lovely argument there. From those two, who would you take?
It's much of a muchness, right? Because where Everton needs some rebuilding and some reshaping and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that will essentially be the first time either of them would well, you can argue that's what Lampard was trying to do at Chelsea. Mason Mount, Tomori, whatever, all those boys got games, then he got fired, and the older boys came back in. So you can say he was trying to do that, but still it's a like Chris was saying, Everton has made moves that show they don't have direction. So it's that kind of thing where out of the two, honestly, Rooney.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
I'm still going to shit on Rooney.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you.
No, go on.
But Lampard,
Yeah, fair.
the man who turned down Norwich, this man's going to go there and get them relegated. That man's a championship manager at best. At best. People will say, no, but he did a good job without any new signings, and he lost Hazard. That was still a hella expensive Chelsea squad. He still had Rudiger, Christian Eriksen, Christian Pulisic. He had Mendy in that squad, if I'm not mistaken. He had Kepa.
He might have signed Mendy, maybe.
I
signed Mendy.
Yes.
Yeah, he signed. He had Mendy.
That's when they hired Peter Cech as goalkeeper coach, and then his first scouting or consultant.
Timo Werner, midfield, Kante. Listen to those players that I'm naming here. These are not slouches. Top 4 was expected.
Yeah.
Nah, he got them top 4. Barely. Nah, second season came round. He got the signings he wants, and he got shown out as a manager. He got shown out that he's not that good. He tried to freeze out Rudiger. They started giving bad performances. He started putting his boy Mason Mount every game, and it's like Mason Mount can't perform every game. Nah, it's a combination of things. Now we're gonna get to Rooney. They'll be our 23rd in the championship. They're somewhere there.
Yeah, okay, yes, but they've had 2 points deduction penalties. If they didn't have that, they'd be for like 14th or something.
Okay, 14th in the championship.
Yeah, for a team that's under administration, you're not going to sign anyone. He's bringing Ravel Morrison, who's had 10 games in 10 years, come train with us. Who else can we sign?
Okay, sure. No.
At least he's making it work, but it's still not spectacular.
Okay, fine. He's making it work, man. What's Rooney's style of play?
I don't know. I've not watched it all again.
Okay, I don't know what they do either. But what I'm trying to get at over here is you're going to go hire Rooney, and it's a former club legend. You, again, have no sense of direction of where you want to take this club. Who's Rooney going to convince to come join Everton when he has money? Besides young English talent.
Gerrard just pulled Coutinho.
Yeah, but that's Gerrard. He has a pedigree of being club captain, being Mr. Fantastic. Who's Rooney gonna? Rooney's not gonna pull
Club
Ronaldo.
captain at a different club. He pulled this guy to Aston Villa where he has no name, where he has nothing behind, or not nothing.
No, but it's Gerrard, Captain Fantastic. My leader. I'll follow him. Who's gonna follow Rooney?
Everyone. If Gerrard is a standard, that's not very
Rooney was not
different
club
of a standard.
captain.
Eh?
Rooney was never club captain. He was never Captain Fantastic.
Sharp,
Rooney
he was
played
never
second.
club captain, but he was fantastic.
No, he was second fiddle to everybody at United.
And Gerrard wasn't.
Who was Gerrard's second fiddle to?
Okay. He was the star man finishing 6th.
I think
Yeah, but he was a star man who won Liverpool the Champions League.
The fact that Coutinho followed him because at least Gerrard has a better track record when it comes to managing.
Yeah, that too.
Yes.
I've won league titles before.
But in the same breath, I think
And it's the Premier League.
some good young English talent would be more than happy
You
to
think
play
you're gonna
for
win the
Rooney.
Premier League with good young English talent? Not in this day and
Rooney.
age. I'm saying, you think you're gonna get anywhere near to the Premier League with good young English talent? Not in this day and age.
But I'm just saying, if they integrate that with what they currently have, Everton could. I'm not saying you could come
Many
top
players
4.
would sign for Wayne Rooney.
Who?
Anyone. Wayne Rooney's a bigger name than Gerrard. He's a bigger name.
Alright, Lucas, I'm not gonna fight you on that, though.
He's genuinely a bigger name.
You're making up. This is your Man United bias over here, my boy.
He's not. Wayne Rooney wouldn't be more popular than Gerrard.
He's not.
Wow. Okay.
He's not.
Okay.
I think from
Gerrard is Liverpool.
Yes. Rooney's England.
He's not England.
He's England's record goal scorer.
Lucas,
Rooney's
you give me records, man. Gerrard is not Liverpool's greatest goal scorer. He's not Liverpool's top assistant man. He was just Mr. Liverpool. He was that charismatic as a leader.
100%. Wayne Rooney was Mr. England. The whole country.
Doing what?
I'd have to agree with.
Doing what for England, guys?
Scoring goals.
He
Record
was
goal
the
scorer.
commercial face.
He was
Commercial
the
for England.
face, yeah.
Guys.
He's a bigger name.
He's not a bigger name, bro.
Name. I'm not saying.
Not legend.
Although I do believe better.
Not
player,
legend.
but
Not
I'm
legendary
saying-
status.
No, guys, but I'm saying as a leader, I've seen guys
No,
want to
Fred.
go die on the pitch for Gerrard. I've never
Fred.
seen anybody say, I want to.
You've seen one to go down the pitch.
Dog, Luis Garcia, Jamie Carragher. Rooney was second fiddle to everybody his whole career.
Okay.
Who was he not second fiddle? He was second fiddle to Ronaldo.
I
He was
understand
second
what-
fiddle to. He
I
was a
understand
great
what he's
player.
saying.
Great player, but he was second fiddle. He was never, I'm gonna go die on the pitch for this guy. Rooney was the rash guy who was making stupid tackles on the pitch.
No ways. That's not what Rooney's known for. Rooney's definitely a bigger name. There's Champions Leagues behind his name. There's England record goal scorer. There's Manchester
Champions
United's
League.
goal scorer. Manchester United's record goal scorer. You're telling me he's not on the pitch for making bad tackles?
Okay,
Come
my boy.
on, dog.
My
If you're
boy.
signing for a name, that's a name to sign for.
No, my boy. But I'm saying, look at people that feel the way they feel about him now. Not what you give me records here. I've never heard one player say, I'm signing for United because Rooney was there. Not one.
I'd have to agree with him there.
Not one.
But no, from a popularity point, Wayne Rooney hands down. It's
Okay,
better-
sharp. I'll give you popularity.
Gerrard.
But we're talking about leadership qualities
I
here.
can't even remember what brand Gerrard fell under.
Yeah, cool. But
I know Rooney was Nike, total 90.
no, okay, guys.
Red and white boot. But I'm just saying, Gerrard does have the advantage over him. From a managerial point of view,
No.
Gerrard, hands down.
No, I'm not even talking about. I'm not even talking about individual player abilities or anything like that. It's just down to pure charisma, pure. Oh man, what that guy did for that club alone, when everybody else is terrible.
Yeah.
He's a leader. I've never seen that from Rooney. Rooney might come to prove me wrong in 2-3 years from now, nah? Right? But he can't even get former Man United players to come loan by him, and you want to tell him he's going to be fantastic?
He can't get former.
Man United youth academy
He
players.
had Ted and Mengi.
Who the hell is Mingy?
He's a young centre back from Man United.
Okay, go on.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, that actually, I think we got sidetracked here. But looking at it, I think both of these guys are privileged.
Of course.
To be in the running for that. 100%.
They should not be considered.
No. But Gerrard should be considered.
No. I'm saying
Lampard.
Oh, Lampard. Oh, sorry. Oh, Lampard. Oh, yeah. White
But I
privilege
just
at its
saw
best.
as well that they're also considering offering Roberto Martinez his job back. They fired him, so if it's the three of them, I'd rather take Roberto Martinez.
All day.
In my opinion.
All day.
He does seem like he knows what he's talking about football wise. And coach of Belgium.
But the same guy that took the same Everton to 5th.
Yeah, fair.
So yes, his second season was 8th, and the third one he got sacked. Sharp. But still, he's done more. He's forgetting more than he's done.
So I thought I'd get to another story. I think we can use this story as our last topic before we go on break. So Manchester United went up against Aston Villa this weekend, and it was a 2-2 game. So I thought I'd get to, there's obviously some juicy parts from both sides. I thought I'd start with Man United. So it seems as though there's a little bit of drama in your camp. The first one, obviously, we discussed it last week about Ronaldo basically calling out guys about their willingness to win and work hard.
Was the interview out already?
No. Last week it wasn't out, and this week he just kind of solidified it as in like, hey, this X, Y, and Z needs to happen. Yeah. United must not be happy with top 4.
Yeah.
Yes. So now it seems as though there's more trouble in the United, locker room. Martial has recently been accused by Rangnick. Rangnick has now said that Martial did not want to travel with the squad. He didn't want to play for the Aston Villa game. And Martial now has come out to say, listen, bruh, I've been here for X amount of years. Is it what, 7 years?
7 years, yeah.
I've been here for 7 years. I've never refused to play for this club. But yeah, things are how they are. So I just wanted to find out your thoughts actually from that incident. Who do you believe?
I don't care who's right. Get him out. Honestly, there I believe the coach, right? To the point with Manchester United, let's look at the same players that have been there in that time, that have seen the change of coaches and that kind of thing. Yeah. Mourinho came into Manchester United, saw Martial with that number 9, said, nah, give that thing to Zlatan. And then came back and said, this guy is soft. He's a good player, but you can't count on him the whole season. He's soft. Yeah. Said some other things about other players. Fire Mourinho, give these guys new contract. Martial's on 200k a month, a week. Yeah. Has he done anything to deserve it yet?
He's got less goals than Chris Wood.
Sure.
In less games.
100%. But the egos are inflated. That was the thing about Solskjaer. Remember, Solskjaer brought a smile back to everyone's face and made people happy and that kind of thing. And then it's back to a thing of, hey, it's Manchester United, you got to win. Yeah. And now people's noses are the same. So Ronaldo, I mean, even in his interview, he sort of said, this young generation can't take criticism. When I was 18 or 19, if an old player said something to me, I went and worked at it because they knew something more than me. Yeah. But these guys can't take criticism. Or he said the generation, but obviously. Yes.
100% agree with everything Lucas said. 100% agree. They're soft, man. I don't care what Martial said. I don't care what Rangnick said. You're soft, man. You're earning £200,000 a week. You can't be scoring less goals than Chris Wood. Yeah. Chris Wood has 18 games.
Talks and you respond on social media. Yeah, like that means dog, your ego's here.
The way I can put it, guys, you know how I rip on Burnley week in, week out. Chris Wood has 18 games to score 6 goals, to have more goals than Martial with the same amount of games. Chris Wood, the striker from New Zealand, the cricketing nation that has never made it to the World Cup.
Is that the one that signed for Newcastle?
Yes.
Yeah.
That man averages 10 goals a season. They say he hits double digits. Yeah. What has Martial done? Brilliant player, but as a striker and number 9. Disgustingly dirty.
Flip. I think you guys are actually going to have a tough time with Martial, because I think I've seen United from that loan move. They say the next team that he moves to, they want them to take over the whole salary, and they still want a loan fee. Yeah,
that's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking in my head. The only team that could potentially take that move would be Newcastle.
No, even with me, the way I look at Martial, unless he goes to the next club and he performs, they're not getting any decent amount of money for him.
if he goes to Newcastle, I have a feeling he'd perform. It's at those small clubs where
Not right now.
hey,
Not relegation battle.
I'd
Where you have
actually-
to fight.
Yeah, I
Well,
can't see
yes,
him
okay.
fight resolutely.
Okay, no, fair. Okay, he might walk into that side and
Aston Villa, maybe.
yes, he might walk into that side and kind of, take everyone down mentally.
That man is gonna bash Ronaldo things. Hey, why aren't you passing me the ball at Newcastle?
Yes.
Realizing he's done nothing his whole career.
But then they'll cross the ball. He'll have to go for headers, and
Yeah, he's never
and he'll
been.
be shy.
He's never been the most physical
You know,
guy. I
that-
think
that guy-
he'll be with his boss Chris Wood though.
Sure, that guy ball at his feet. Amazing. That's all he wants. Physical.
Yeah,
game, I don't
But it
know.
also comes back down to Man United was just the wrong club for him.
Yeah. Looking back at it now, yeah.
It's like what Wenger said that 99% of footballers have to choose the right move at the right time for their careers to be a success. Only 1% of footballers can go anywhere and make it a success.
Oh, sure.
That 1% of footballers is basically Ronaldo. It's basically Messi. It's basically Zlatan, Neymar. I can go top tier. I can go anywhere and I'll still bang.
Yeah.
Other players, it has to be. You have to be with the right manager at the right time who will call you in the right way for you to realize your potential. And then you never leave that club. Right? A classic case for me for that is Diego Frolan. At United, everybody saw his potential, man. But I was like, yeah, that man went to the Atletico, then came to World Cups and started banging goals like we were like, this is not the Frolan that we saw at United that was coming off the bench and doing nothing. So that's what it comes back down to. That guy was even close to being La Liga top goal scorer once.
He was.
He was at Atletico.
He went to Atletico after killing it at Villarreal. Then Atletico still bought him.
Giuseppe Rossi left United. He banged at Villarreal. After Villarreal, I don't know what happened to that player.
Injuries.
He moved back to Italy.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying.
I think that guy had like 4 or 5 knee surgeries.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
Obviously,
It's just right club, right time. Because some players will move from being injury prone in one club to never getting injured ever again. So it's right club, right time. And you got to move your right. And United was never the right club for him.
Nah, fair. Speaking of right club at right time, I figured we'd move over to Aston Villa. So their new star man, Philippe Coutinho, started against you guys and he bagged a goal and assist.
Came off the bench.
Off the bench. And with all of that.
There was a player I was hating on last year that I said, just watch, he's going to die out very soon. Who was it? I forgot who it is. That's going to be Coutinho at Aston Villa. There was a player I was like, nah, dog, he's just on hot form now. He like...
Lingard.
Not Lingard.
Watkins. I don't know.
Okay.
It's probably Ollie Watkins.
It was a player on loan that was jamming and we said, what?
James Rodriguez.
Oh, yes.
Coutinho part 2.
Ah.
He'll start off hot. He's been there before.
So you're saying motivation, he doesn't have the right mindset to take him through.
Not even mindset. It's wrong club. He was good at Liverpool. I don't think he was that great at Liverpool.
I think he'll do well.
Yeah, he'll do well, but he's not going to be doing a goal assist like he's doing now.
I don't think so too. And to tell you the truth, I believe that he'll contribute at the right times. He's not going to be the star man. If he gives him a goal or an assist every 2 or 3 games, I think he's done his job as a loanee. So
I'm saying even when they sign him permanently.
No, listen, I don't think they would sign him permanently unless he's willing to take a serious wage cut.
He took a wage cut. They're paying his wages.
Eh?
They're paying his wages, and the other 35% he forfeited. He told Barca, don't worry about it as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's big of it.
Aston Villa was only willing to pay 65% of his wages. So that gesture lets me know that for regular football, which is the right mindset, which is why I want him to continue to be successful in the Premier League, he'll take the wage cut. They'll do well. So it's the right mindset for me.
Yeah. Look. I think he'll do well for a couple of reasons, right? A, he's a freaking quality player. He's got quick feet, which is obviously good in the Premier League. B, there's good strikers at Aston Villa. There's Danny Ings. He can score a couple of goals.
There's a good striker. There's a good striker.
Yeah, that other one can also hit. What I'm trying to say is he can pass the ball to people who might finish. You know what I'm saying? There's John McGinn behind him. There's Nakamba behind. There's a good squad there, so I think he'll do well with a loan.
Still screw Ollie Watkins.
Of course. No, okay.
He played with Deb Kite at Liverpool, dog. That guy scored 6 this season.
Yeah, I guess that also answers the
That
next
was a
question I
quality
wanted
player,
to ask
technically. That was a quality player, Dirk Kuyt.
Oh yeah, on the ball, proper.
I was gonna ask you another question, but I guess you guys have answered it from a point of view where I ask, do you think he should stay?
Who?
Continue.
Yeah.
At Liverpool, past the loan deal.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, he's too good for that.
No. It's too late in his career.
He's not even 30.
My boy, he's been on a downward patch. No other top club is taking him. It's the same thing that I keep on crying with Lukaku. Should never have left Aston Villa. When you find a club where you're on good form, good vein, you never leave. Lukaku shouldn't have left Everton. Nah, he left Everton.
Yeah.
Then the footballing gods is like, Ejo, let's get you out the country, get you to Inter. You bring Inter back their first Serie A title. Inter discover their mojo. You leave. You cry to go back to Inter and the fans are like, Ejo, we first without you. Yeah. We don't need you anymore. Sometimes it's mentally. When you find your right spot, your right groove, your right everything, there's no need for you to leave that club. If he discovers that at Everton, at Aston Villa, stay.
Yeah.
It's like what Odegaard did for me. He saw at Madrid is not working out. He's like, I'm going to sign a 5-year contract with Arsenal.
Odegaard is young.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And it's like, now I'm going to build 2-3 years. Let me build over here at this club. If I feel like I can... If he leaves Arsenal to go back to Madrid at 28 and it doesn't work out, he had 5 good years at Arsenal. It's not a bad move.
Yeah, fair point.
Isn't that exactly the Coutinho situation?
No, my boy. He's 28 now. Yeah. His time is up.
Okay.
Your time is up.
Okay. But
you're going to go... You go to, let's say... He goes to where? Madrid. They'll give you 3 games. You start missing out. Look what's happening with Hazard at Madrid. 1-2 wrong injuries, football career done.
I don't know. I just say for the quality of the player, Aston Villa is celebrating if they get a Europa League spot.
Okay, yeah, for quality of player,
of the players,
100% agree.
But
I'm saying the next generation of quality of players are up next. It's not Coutinho.
Oh, okay. I get you.
All right. I think we can leave it there for this break. Then we can discuss other issues at hand.
Who I spoke. I'm not saying those names. I don't want gang coming.
I almost did.
Those guys will never come here, bruh. As long as you don't go to Florida, you're fine. What?
They'll never come here, dog. But I might be on holiday with some BBL woman fresh from surgery in the US.
As long as you don't go to Jacksonville, Florida, you are fine. You can go to
but
Miami.
It's Florida, dog.
You can go to Miami. You can go, dog.
I want to hit Miami, dog. These guys might see me on Instagram with a couple of bad. You saw how far they drove for those gents.
Oh, yeah, fair. Okay. Yeah, they might come get you. But I don't think they're watching. They're looking for other stuff. How to mix, what's his name?
Nothing but soccer.
How to
podcast.
How to mix?
Just watch the
How to mix coca leaves with baking soda?
Baking soda. I got baking soda.
But guys, thank you very much for joining us for part 1. We're gonna take a little time to recharge, and we'll see you in part 2. Cheers, guys.